Hi everyone, my name is Prerna Chauhan and I'm currently pursuing my BTech in Computer Science. Over the past 1 month, I have been working on my final internship project at WebStack Academy. This project is titled Tech Quiz Master. So basically, the idea behind this project was not just to build another quiz app, but to create something that actually feels like a real world testing platform, something similar to what we experience in online assessments or coding tests. I built this as a full stack application using the MERN stack, and the goal was to bridge the gap between learning a concept and testing yourself under time pressure. Because in reality, knowing something and applying it quickly are two very different things. Through this project, I try to combine both learning and evaluation in one smooth platform. So, I would like to give you the internship overview now. Talking about my internship experience, I was part of the WMSI 26006 cohort at Webstick Academy. The internship was not just about following tutorials or copying code, instead, it focused more on hands on experience and real implementation. Before this, I had been working mostly on core programming concepts in languages like Java and Python. But during this internship, I shifted from just writing code to actually understanding how real world applications are structured and built. I chose to work with a MERN stack because I wanted to understand how modern web applications are developed, especially apps that are fast, scalable, and user friendly. This experience really helped me move from being just a student learning concept to someone who can actually build and deploy a working application. Goals and objective: mastery of MERN, authentication flow, state persistence, responsive design. So, when I started working on Tech Quiz Master, I had a very clear vision in my mind. I didn't want to create just a basic quiz form where you click answers and submit. I wanted to build something that feels interactive, dynamic, and close to real testing environments. One of my main goals was to implement secure authentication, which is why I integrated Clerk. Security is a very important part of any real application. Another major focus was real time state management. In a quiz system, multiple things are happening at the same time. The timer is continuously running, the user is selecting answer, and the score needs to update instantly. And all of this should happen smoothly without refreshing the page. So, my goal was to make the entire experience seamless, where the user doesn't even realize the complexity happening in the background. Basically, I wanted the app to feel fast, responsive, and professional. Now, introduction to MERN stack. For building this project, I use the MERN stack, which includes MongoDB, Express, React, and Node.js. Each technology has a very specific purpose. I use MongoDB as the database because quiz data is not always fixed. Some questions may include code snippets, some may have different formats, so a flexible NoSQL database made more sense. For the backend, I used Node.js and Express, which helped me create APIs and handle requests efficiently. On the front end, I used React, which allowed me to build a single page application. This means the page doesn't reload again and again, everything updates dynamically, which makes the user experience much smoother. Overall, MERN helped me build a complete end to end application using JavaScript, which made development more consistent and efficient. Project requirements. Now, coming to the requirements of the project, first, from a functional perspective, I wanted the application to support secure user authentication via Clerk. I use Clerk Authentication, which allows user to log in securely using social accounts. Technology specific quiz selection. So, multiple quiz categories like HTML, CSS, and Java, a fixed quiz structure, and a timer. From a non functional perspective, I focused a lot on responsiveness and user experience. I made sure that the application works smoothly on laptop, tablet, and smartphones because in real world scenarios, user can access apps from any device. High availability of quiz data stored on MongoDB Atlas. Then user experience, low latency API calls for fetching questions. So overall, I try to balance both functionality and usability. Architecture and design. Architecture type, front-end tier, application tier, data tier. For the architecture, I followed the MVC pattern, which stands for model, view, and controller. This helped me keep my code organized and maintainable. Models handle the database structure in MongoDB. Routes define the API endpoints. Controllers manage the logic behind each request. This separation made the code cleaner and easier to debug. For communication between frontend and backend, I used Axios, which helped me send and receive data through APIs. One big advantage of this structure is scalability. For example, if I want to add a new quiz category in the future, I don't need to change the frontend. I can simply update the database and it will automatically reflect in the app. So, this design makes the system flexible and future ready. Now we are having the implementation front end. On the front end side, most of my work was focused on React and its hooks. I used useState to manage data like current question, score, and selected answers. Use effect to handle the timer functionality. One feature I really focused on was conditional rendering. Instead of navigating between different pages, the app dynamically switches view based on user action. First, the landing page, then the category selection, and then the quiz interface. This creates a smooth flow without page reloads. I also use Flexbox for layout design, which helped me maintain a clean and responsive UI across different screen sizes. Overall, the front end was designed to be simple, intuitive, and user friendly. Implementation, backend, and authentication. So, on the backend, I use Node.js and Express to build APIs. Secure authentication, REST API, course policy, and scalability. These APIs handle fetching quiz question, sending data to the front end, managing user sessions. One of the most important parts here was integrating Clerk authentication. I choose Clerk because it provides production level security and makes login flows much easier to implement. Another important concept I worked on was course configuration. Since my front end and backend were running on different ports during development, I had to configure course properly to allow secure communication between them. This was actually a very valuable learning experience because it's something we face in real world development. So, overall, backend development helped me understand how data flows between systems securely. Challenges and solutions. Like any real project, I faced several challenges while building this application. One of the biggest challenges was state persistence. Initially, whenever the user refreshed the page, the quiz would reset completely, which is not ideal. To solve this, I use local storage to store the quiz state temporarily. This way, even if the page reloads, the user doesn't lose progress. Another challenge was related to the timer accuracy. I had to make sure that the timer continues correctly even if the user switches tabs or minimizes their browser. Fixing this required a better understanding of how React lifecycle and browser behavior work. These challenges were actually very helpful because they gave me a practical knowledge that I wouldn't get just by reading theory. They improved my debugging skills and helped me understand how real applications behave. Through this project, I gained practical experience in full stack development using the Moon stack and they understood how to build a complete real world web application. Thank you for your time and attention. Now, I would like to move to a quick live demonstration of my project. So, here's the live demonstration of this application. So, this is a quiz application using Moon stack. Here, The quiz will be created by the admin side, and user can give the quiz and also see his or her own result. And questions will be uploaded by the CSV file over here. So let's move ahead and see the features of this application. So this is the nav bar, and here on the side we are having the logo is here, and then we are having these two buttons here, my result and login. So you can click on it, and then you can see it's a login page by the clerk, so you can log in using your social accounts. Then next we are having our main section here. So this is Tech Quiz Master. Here the user can give multiple technologies quiz and then time challenges, and then we are having the progress tracking. So we are having all these features in here. On submitting the quiz, you can see your result over here. On the left side we are having different technologies. Let's say this is JavaScript quiz. It basically telling you to select the difficulty level so that you can begin your challenge. Here you can see the same card for all the different technologies. So let's choose the basic challenge of this React. It will show you ready to start. It will also show you the number of questions and the time you are having to solve this quiz. And then we are having it's a basic level, and then here are some instruction. But a user must be logged in to attempt the quiz. So you're going to log in first. So here I logged in using Google. Once you get logged in, you can start giving your quiz. Once you start the quiz, you can see the timer, you can also see the tech level, and you can also choose the option for the questions. So now I'm just gonna choose different options for this on clicking next. So here you can also see all the attempted questions are having a blue box in here, and the unattempted one didn't get blue. Then I'll randomly choose the answer to show you how this will going to work. So let me choose, and then here I'm going to submit the quiz. So now once you have completed the quiz, it will going to show you a box saying quiz completed. It will show you the number of correct answer, number of incorrect answer, and the number of unattempted questions. According to all this, the overall score is calculated. So if you review your quiz, then you can see the green boxes are of correct answers, the red one are showing all the wrong answers, and the yellow box is showing you the unattempted question. And for each question you can see the correct answer and the wrong answer as a red box. So same will going to happen for the all the questions here. And then if you go back to your result, then you can restart your quiz on clicking on this button. Now you can restart your quiz. If you click on my result, then you can see your progress. So it's a React track here. Here you can see all the things back again. It's like it is showing the 30 question and your result 27% result. Okay, and then it's showing the 8 correct answer, 8 wrong, and 14 unattempted. It is also showing you the date and the time taken by the quiz and when it started. Same as this you can do for the HTML quiz. So I'm going to take this quiz, I'm going to choose different options, and then I'm going to submit my quiz. And on submitting the quiz, you can see your result in the my result. Here you can see the progress of HTML track also. Now on admin panel here, you can see the nav bar having text and logo, and on the right side I'm having the my profile in here where I have to log in again, and then this is welcome to the quiz. So please sign in to the view. So I'm going to log in here. I'm going to sign in using the Google, and here we go. Once I get logged in here, I can create new quizzes, as well as I can see the stats showing real-time data, that is the total number of registered users and total logged in users, and also the login rate. And the percentage are calculated here. So now let me create a quiz here. So the technology name I will going to write C hashtag here, and the level will going to be basic, and the time will going to be of 1 minute. Now I will upload a file, CSV file, for the questions. Now once you have uploaded, you can see the question preview here. It's showing you the 1 minute total time and 30 questions. Now here you can see serial number for each question, and you are having 4 options here, A, B, D and C, and also having a correct answer is here. So the same thing will going to happen for all the question. So in this question you are also having a question here, and you are also having four option in here, in which one of them option is the correct answer here. So now we are going to create the quiz. So on creating the quiz, it will show you that you have created the quiz successfully, and on the list page you can see all the created quizzes here. Here you can filter by name or by the level of quizzes from all the created quiz. Now on searching Python, we are going to see all the Python quizzes here. Now here, let's say we are having the C hashtag quiz here. So if you are going to create another quiz with a similar tag name, then it will going to overwrite it. So basically the quiz will going to get updated. So here you can see the 60 questions we are having for the C hashtag quiz. So now on the front end here, you can see the C hashtag quiz which we have created just now. So here we are having the C hashtag quiz in here, and if you're going to start the quiz, you can see you are having the timer less than of 1 minute, because the quiz was of 1 minute. Now I'm just going to randomly choose options in here, and same thing will going to happen what happened in the React quiz. Now you can also see the progress in my result, and now you can also delete the quiz if you want to. It will be deleted from the admin side and as well as the front end side. So this side is fully responsive, and all the pages is responsive for all the screens, that is for the mobile view and even for the laptop and any other screen. Both the admin panel as well as for the front end is responsive. Yeah, so this is how this application works, Tech Quiz Master. Thank you so much.